A Mississippi preacher is getting as much attention for his age as his size, as well as his sermons. Meet 7-year-old Samuel Green of Berean Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jackson, Mississippi.
Joe had nothing. He lost his land, he lost his animals, he lost his sons and daughters. But do you know what Job did? Job fell to his knees and began worshiping God, saying, "The Lord has gave and the Lord has taken away."
It is just adorable. Believe it or not, that's Samuel preaching at age 5. I spoke to Samuel and his mom and asked how he got to start at such a young age.
I started preaching since I was 3.
Wow. And then what sort of drove you on? What is it that moves you to preach?
I did prayer. And then they asked me to come to their church and do a live sermon. And that's how it all got to the start.
But you don't use notes? I mean, how do you do this? Just you're from memory? Is it feeling? How do you actually do this? It's amazing.
Memory.
Memory. You read something and you remember it?
Yes.
Wow. Mrs. Green, this guy sounds like a handful for you. Does he keep you busy?
He keeps me very busy, but it's a lot of fun traveling around and just being there for him when he's speaking. It's a great joy.
It must be fantastic to watch. Do you guys both prepare together? How do you prepare for these, Samuel?
I go into a little room and I study my sermons with my teacher.
Wow. Well, it's paying off because they're pretty amazing to watch. Let's listen to another clip.
He blesses us when we are faithful and obedient to Him. The Bible tells us about many people who love God and put their trust and faith in Him. One of my favorite people in the Bible who put trust and faith in God was Daniel. It's not just called Daniel.
Now, here the microphone and the earpiece you're wearing slips during your message, yet you continue without missing a beat. Not many grown-ups can do that. What was going through your mind at that point?
I don't get nervous. I don't get frightened because I know that God has my back.
Well, that's a pretty good guy to have your back, I think. Mom, Joanne, you must be so proud to watch this guy do this. When was the first time you heard him preach, and what did you think?
Well, the first time I heard him preach, it was on a teleconference. And he spoke over the teleconference and set a record-breaking number of the callers that was calling in to listen to him. And then Miss Clementine Collins asked that he would come and preach live at her church in Birmingham, Alabama. And the first time I heard him actually live delivered a sermon, my husband and I both was amazed.
Well, we're all pretty amazed. Does he get a lot of this from you and from your parents?
Not a lot from me. Really, I'm not a public speaker, and my husband is very bashful. So we know that it is a gift from God.
Wow. Samuel, what do you enjoy most about preaching?
Going around and sharing God's word to others.
Well, that's pretty special. And what do you want to be when you grow up? Maybe a doctor?
Yes, that takes care of children.
You really? So, and why not a preacher? Why don't you want to go into the church?
Well, that's actually 2 jobs. I really think I'm going to own a church.
You're going to own a church, but you want to be a doctor as well?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you're going to be a very busy young man. What do you want most people to know about you?
That it's not me. It's a gift from God, that it's God and He's working through me. So it's not me.
It's not. So this is really a feeling for you?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Samuel Green and Joanne Green. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.